China is on a new gold buying spree, and we discuss a cat named Toshi that could make you rich. Rich! I tells you tongue-in-cheek. Of course, not financial advice. That's the crypto portion, but we're going to do the precious metals portion first. Look, if you are watching this on the replay, use the time codes below to go to your favorite part. But if you're watching live, man, do you get to enjoy every single thing we do here at Good Morning Stackers, your weekdaily live show all about stacking silver, satoshis, skills, precious metals, crypto, bringing the two worlds together with me, Joe Main. But in the first 1 minute of the show, what we do is the synchronized slurp. If you've never experienced this before, I'm going to tell you it's going to change the way you live your life. Grab a tasty beverage. I'll grab my tasty beverage. What we do is we slurp them synchronously together wherever you are in the world. The whole GMS family does it together, and the rule is you must slurp it audibly. That's what brings us all together. You get a nice little dopamine hit when you do it. Ready? Get your tasty beverage in. 3, 2, 1. Slurp it. Ah, yes. I love slurping synchronously. I am Joe Main. I've worked in the precious metals industry. I've been a stacker of precious metals since 2010. I've stacked crypto since 2013. And I worked in the precious metals industry in Australia for bullion dealers, major bullion dealers, 3 major bullion dealers, Goldstackers, Bullion Now and Ainslie Bullion, over 11 years. And now I do this weekdaily live show and I speak to you, my wonderful stacking family. What we do in the first few minutes of the show, this is a live show, by the way. I've got to gather a few people in, so we do some shout outs in the beginning. Then we talk about our precious metals portion. The first half of the show, second half of the show, the crypto side of things, we'll be talking about Toshi in particular. And then at some point, later on in a few hours from now, I'll separate a few little things out, maybe a topic or two that we're talking about, and I will pop that live. I'll pop that individual video up on X and on YouTube. Let me just do some quick plugs, of course. The show is brought to you by Perth Bullion Exchange, perthbullion.com.au, and Wealthstack, wealthstack.com. I really want you to head over to and follow me on x.com/Joe in general right here. This is where I am live every single weekday, live on YouTube and on X. I've had a bunch of new followers, nearly 2,800 followers now. Speaking of subscribers, we'll talk about that in just a second, but please follow me over there. You'll get the weekdaily live show. You'll get all the updates. You'll get many more updates. Here's me doing my thing just really quickly. You want to see something cool? Look at this. You really want to see it? Look at this. Ready? And don't mess with my bags, people. Do not mess with my bags. That's all I'm going to tell you. That's all I'm going to. That was me just yesterday at training day for a bit of IPSC shooting. That's what I do as my sport. So you'll get a lot more stuff to do with that. But head over here. A lot of price updates, a lot of different crypto and precious metal stuff. So you really want to follow me on there. Okay, and I'll do some other plugs later on. And speaking of YouTube, 937 subscribers. That's about 40 to 50 more than Friday's show. So a lot over the weekend. So great to see so many joining the GMS family. Hit the big red subscribe button to do so if you haven't already. Let's get the shout outs going, people. Hey, gang. GMS says, repeat, great to see you. Mark, Florida. Great to see Mark, Florida here. Florida man from Florida, Mark, Florida. Funny about that. Jason Rosana, happy Monday, warriors. Indeed. Nakas O'Reilly, hello to everyone. Silver Fox says, good morning, stackers. Great to see you. Morning, Joe, says Jason Ashworth. Morning, Jason. Good to see you. Jason Rosana says, looks awesome. Where is the range located? Not telling. Can't tell you that. I'm sure, look, shooters in the know. It's in Victoria. I'll put it in. So I live in Victoria in the state of Australia. And yeah, that's where I'm from. It's in Victoria. I'm not going to go any further than that. I think I'll just want to keep it as separate as humanly possible right there. So yeah, but it's a lot of fun. That's what I do during my off time. Debt is great, says GMS. Oh, with a $sign. I like that. That's kind of cool. Maybe that's the new thing. No, we can keep it for you. Debt is great. You can do that. Is there enough people in right now? We'd be talking. Oh, there's a lot of people watching. Fantastic. Well, let's get to start off the first portion of the day, which is we talk about the precious metal side of things, and then we talk about crypto in the second half. If you are new to my channel, you've probably been finding me more because of the crypto stuff recently. I did a video on Gala Games, which has had nearly 2,000 views. I did ACH. I did, what was the other one? I did GRT, the graph, which is my biggest bag. At the moment, I did a reserve protocol one, RSR, which has been doing very well on X, etc. So a lot of you people are coming in because of crypto, but I've been a stacker of precious metals, and a lot of my followers are stackers. And here's a quick little note to the crypto people before we start the official stuff today. If you are in crypto, you want to be thinking about getting into precious metals at some point. Probably, I would say, when the end of this crypto cycle happens, which it will, as it always does. Is it going to happen in the next 2 months? Is it going to happen in March? Maybe. Will it happen in the normal crypto cycle, which will be, if it follows on from previous cycles, October, November, December? Have we got a bit of time to go before the crypto cycle ends? Yep. At that point, you want to put your money into other things. Do you want to put it into stocks? Maybe. Do you want to put it into real estate? Maybe. Do you want to spread it around? If you are not at least thinking about putting a portion of your crypto winnings into gold or silver, you would be doing yourself a disservice, because precious metals is a great insurance policy against bad times. There's also a big capital rotation happening within the stock market and the precious metals as well. So you want to follow me here to stay updated to what happens after crypto. Okay, really got to think about that too. So let's talk about China's new gold buying spree. They have turned the spigot right back on. So I'm going to share the screen here, show you the article. Then we'll do some gold, silver, platinum analysis. Then we'll get to the crypto portion where we will be talking about TOSHI, the face of base, right here. But I'm going to share the screen and let's talk about it. People, great to see so many people watching already. Let's talk about it. China is back, baby. This is from Yahoo Finance. Don't know who wrote it. Don't care. It's from Bloomberg, I think. China resumed gold purchases last month after prices soared. Okay, let's read it very quickly. China's central bank expanded its gold reserves in November, ending a 6-month pause. Now, did they really pause it over 6 months, or did they say they did, but they really did it in back channels? I don't know, but let's go on with this. Ending a 6-month pause in purchases after prices for the precious metals rose to a record. Now that's interesting. So the prices were rising, and then China's gone and buying up again in November. Bullion held by People's Bank of China, PBOC, climbed by 160,000 troy ounces last month to 72.96 million troy ounces, according to official data. So that's official data. What's the unofficial data? They could have still been buying, I reckon. You never know. Released on Saturday, just gone. So this is brand new, fresh news. The PBOC has added to its stockpiles for 18 consecutive months up until April of this year, helping to underpin the strength in bullion prices. Yes, the resumption in purchases shows the PBOC is still keen to diversify its reserves and guard against currency depreciation. Yep, even with gold at historically expensive levels. Yes, many people go, oh, I'm not going to buy gold now. So dumb people go, I'm not going to buy gold. No, I shouldn't say that. That's a bit mean, isn't it? People who are uninformed go, I'm not going to buy gold now. I'm not going to buy Bitcoin now. I'm not going to buy whatever now. The price is really high. Yes, the price is really high because there's a lot of demand for it. So if there's a lot of demand for it, you can't see the prices going higher. Now, again, prices go up and down. So I think we're in a little bit of a dump, not a dump, but a little bit of a retrace at the moment in gold in particular. Let's see. Purchase data. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Gold hit an all-time high in October, driven by increasing haven demand, haven being safe haven against bad times, amid tensions in the Middle East and Ukraine, yes, as well as uncertainty surrounding the recent US presidential election. Then Trump got in, and a lot of people went, a bit of a sigh of relief for many not. I'm on the sigh of relief side of things. And people have decided to go a bit more risk on with crypto, etc. The metal has erased some of the gains after Donald Trump decisively won the US presidential election, and geopolitical tension in the Middle East showed signs of de-escalating. Funny that and I won't go too political. No, screw it, I will. Funny that how the person who was in power for 4 years with no new wars then gets back into power, not even back in power yet, and then the people who are warring with each other go, oh, maybe we shouldn't anymore. Funny that, hey, before he's even gotten into power. With prices up almost 30% so far this year, demand for bullion has eased among Chinese consumers. Retail sales of discretionary items like jewelry have cratered, interesting, though gold bars and coins have held up for the first 3 quarters as investors seek to safeguard their wealth from a weakening economy. All right, China is buying more officially. Okay, do we have any comments on that? Maybe not, but then we'll go into, if we don't, we will go into gold, silver, platinum analysis, maybe the gold to silver ratio, and then we'll be doing the crypto portion where we'll also be taking a look at TOSHI, the face of base. Right here, GMS, great to see you. Vanessa is watching as well. Here is the time, 74 people watching live. Hit the like button right now for me. It helps me with the algorithm. Okay, really good for trending on YouTube. Let's see. I'm going to just double check that I'm going out fine. Don't see why I wouldn't be. And we'll just double check all the other, just to see that my comments are going. I'm receiving comments. Let me just double check that, people. Great to see you. Hit the big red subscribe button to join the GMS family. Yeah, comments are coming through as far as I'm aware. All right, people, you want to hit me up with an email. Do you have something that you want to send me in terms of well, I prefer, don't send me nudes. Don't send me nudes. No, thanks. Unless they're really nice and no, don't send me nudes. But send me a picture of your gold and silver stack or something that you found at your local coin store. Or if you have a crypto that you would like me to look at, to do a live look, which I do, I take chart requests regularly, send me an email to gmstackers@gmail.com, gmstackers@gmail.com. Chart requests, subscriber show and tell, whatever you want. Send me a screenshot of your fat bag of TOSHI, for example. I don't know. Do you send me an email? You want to get in contact with me? Send me an email. That's how you do it. Good and good. Let's go to gold. Let's take a look at that in just a moment. Share the screen. Share the screen. Are we there? Yeah, we're there. Haha, we're there. This is gold. Precious metals analysis. Then we'll get to crypto in the second half. Gold on the weekly time frame, priced in US dollars, $2,630 US dollars right now. As I posted on the Gold and Silver Stackers Australia Facebook forum, the premier forum for Australian gold and silver stackers, I said something along the lines of, gold is boring right now. It is a bit boring. It's just in a trading range, right in between 2,605. Gee, what do you know? We found exact support there. And gee, what do you know? We're finding major resistance spiking above, but spikes mean shit, right? Spikes mean shit. It's all about closes. So closing at or below the mother of all trend lines for my crypto people who are joining, who are probably maybe even seeing the gold price for the very first time. You really want to be considering getting into gold after the crypto run. I tell you right now, you want to have a look at this. Look at this, crypto people. And the gold people who haven't seen this before. The major trend line, the mother of all trend lines, that goes 1980, 2011, and that formed this mother of all trend lines, and then we just hit it in the last couple of months. When we hit it, I and many other people said it's now starting to look peakish, okay? Hadn't necessarily peaked, and we haven't peaked in the gold price, major gold price in the next years to come. We're going to 7, 8, 10,000 US dollars per gold in probably the next 5 years or so. That's my opinion and some other people's opinion. But I did say it was looking peaky, and then we've just have found resistance so far at the mother of all trend lines. It was a failure to hold and then a fast move under the mother of all trend lines. So we're currently still under there. Okay, and that's why gold's a little bit boring. One of two things needs to happen in order to say, we're going to continue up or continue down. No shit, really? Price goes up and down. If you close below 2,605, start closing days, not spikes. Spikes mean shit. Closing days below, then I'm going to say, ooh, particularly if you get into weeks or months of closes, then I'm going to say at least $2,500 is coming. As you know, I'm still going to stick with it. I know I'm sticking with my guns here. I'm still 80% sure we see lower prices from here. Even though we're above 2,605, 80% sure while we're below the mother of all trend lines right here. Okay, I'm still about 60% sure. I know it's a little bit fence city that we see the best buy zone of 2,250 anywhere down to 2,150 US dollars per troy ounce of gold. That's 60% sure of that. But I could be completely wrong, and I'd be really happy to be wrong, because if we start cracking above 2,670, we start holding above the mother of all trend lines, that gives me pause to think, oh no, this is not it's a bit of a weird looking head and shoulders. It's probably a bit too high there. But then you start doing this thing. You start cracking above and holding above and doing this for a little bit, and then onwards and upwards. That's a really good sign. That means I could be wrong and lower prices are not coming, and that might be good for you. The final hurdle for new all-time highs for gold coming imminently, okay, 2,735. That's the area you need to break and hold above. This is a good sign, breaking and holding there. If you do something like that and it starts ticking over, not good. I'm less inclined to think that would happen. If you start closing above here, you get up to here, it's more likely to be taken out eventually, and you do that, and that's very good news for gold holders, okay? That means we're talking, price discovery, higher prices, coming, okay? But we're not there yet, and we're not even below there. That's why it's boring at the moment. It's just in a trading range. That's all you need to know. 2,735, my final hurdle for new all-time highs. And if you crack below 2,605 to 2,500 at least, coming with a bias for even lower. That is gold. Let's take a look at our old friend silver. Silver is a little bit different here. It's looking like a nice little setup. This is silver on the daily time frame, $30.96. So we haven't opened the market has just opened. My apologies. Market just opened. So you have a potential here, and we have been cracking up on the relative strength index down here. So this was the positive move for silver, that we moved on the relative strength index above this level right there. Okay, so you can see it's trending up at the moment. It has changed its market structure on the relative strength index on the daily. Okay, but it hasn't confirmed its change of market structure, I would say, on the fiat price. $31, my final hurdle, was not respected. Okay, it was respected for a couple of days, then we closed last week just below it. Isn't it funny how it just teases you just below 31 US dollars? Okay, what we need to see is that crack back up very quickly. Okay, you don't want to see the following. If you've done all your silver buying and you only want to see it go to the moon, you don't want to see that resistance, and then you do that, right down to there. And if you get back down to 29.80, it's very likely it will be taken out this time, and the best buy zone excuse me, of $28 would be at least in play. Okay, the top end of the best buy zone, 28, anywhere down to 26 US dollars. But yeah, you crack 29.80, almost straight down to 28. She's probably going. Yeah, you could fake out here, anything can happen, but probably not. After that spike down, you come back down again, third time's probably a charm, and it takes it out. Okay, that's, you would be crying in your bags if you wanted to see it go up, but you'll be very happy if it does, if you want to buy more and you want a dollar cost average down, you'd love to see it go down further. I'm kind of 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. As you know, I've been moving a portion of my silver into the crypto space at the moment, doing that run. So for me personally, sorry to be mean about it, but for me personally, if crypto is going up and that's going down, that's perfect for me right now to increase my silver stack even more. But some people are talking about the W, and I did mention this a couple of days ago. This W thing here, this can be a pattern where you do that double bottom quite potentially there, that is. So then that would set it up for a move to at least $32.50, and that's the final hurdle for new all-time highs soon for silver. We talked about the final hurdle for new all-time highs for gold. This is mine for silver, $32.50. It's a very simple level to see, okay? You crack back above there, and then we're looking good for new highs, not all-time highs, because the all-time high in silver, just so you know, crypto people, the all-time high in silver is $50. Let's do a quick historical thing for the crypto people who are eagerly waiting for me to talk about Toshi, which I will be doing in the second half of this show, which is coming very, very soon. This is silver, people. $50 in 1980, $50 in 2011. Massive cup and handle. If you are learning about silver for the first time because of my show, well, congratulations. Massive cup and handle. Okay, very easy. It will be going up and it will be cracking 50 at some point. I don't think it's not going to be this year now. 2025 is quite likely. Depends on what the crypto run is doing at the same time. Okay, definitely 2026, probably late, maybe second half of 2025 is where you might see $50 cracked up. I don't know, but it has got a long way to go. Just so for my crypto people who are watching, and you know about cup and handles and all that, this is a 44-year cup and handle. Okay, 44-year cup and handle that is still playing out. Where do you think silver's going to go when, and I don't think if, when this handle plays out? And how long do you think it's going to keep on going for after a 44-year cup and handle? It's going up for quite a long time. So that's why I think you lovely crypto people need to consider precious metals when the crypto cycle is done. At least a portion of your crypto winnings in that. So that is silver. And that's the quick little historical thing. Currently trending up. If we get up to the $32.50, I wouldn't be surprised. We need to see that quickly move up and find our support, and then onwards and upwards we go. Because gold, I'm still with my bias to the downside. Could be completely wrong. I still think we do that instead. My bias is to do that rather than that. Hey, if we do that, fantastic, good on you. That is silver, so watch for $32.50 as the, what am I doing here? $32.50 as the resistance, and we need to crack above 31 in order to say that that is at least a potential. Cool. That is silver. Quickly look at platinum. Platinum is doing what I thought it was going to do, and it is currently heading down to the best buy zone once again. I think very likely we tap the top end of the best buy zone at between 900 anywhere down to 750 with some stops along the way. The main stops being, excuse me, 870 anywhere down to 840. That's in the belly of the best buy zone. I think you may have some support here at 920, but more likely it's heading down to at least there. And because we've already been there once before, just recently, the more times you test an area, the more likely it is to be taken out. So my bias is probably heading into the belly of the best buy zone. Could be completely wrong. That is all I'll let you know for platinum. Lower prices coming, in my humble non-financial advice opinion. The gold to silver ratio is the last thing I will talk about. Gold to silver ratio is playing out so far in that potential head and shoulders pattern that we talked about. Might not be happening, but left shoulder, left shoulder head, right shoulder, still looks like it's going to make a play for here. That's the key resistance area. If it starts doing this and ticking over, then you've really got to think, ooh, head and shoulders pattern, and then down we go. That's very good for silver holders versus gold holders. This means silver is outperforming gold in the longer term. And as you know, below here at 80.5 on the ratio, that confirms for me long-term silver dominance over gold. And then we're talking about those lower ratio numbers. I won't bore you with all that right now, but looking interesting. I think that pattern could be, it is still in the midst of playing out. If you do the following, you crack back above this, and there you do that. It is an invalidated head and shoulders, and then you'll probably see some more outperformingness in gold versus silver. Cool. That's the precious metals portion over. Let's get some comments in, then we'll talk about crypto, the crypto side of things, people. We have had a chart request by Jason Ashworth. United. Damn, I should do that. I really should. If I get some time, I'll do that. Gee, I wonder why, Jason. That's a good one. I like that. United Healthcare. Now, let's see. Jason Rosana says, should have bought more. Should have bought more. Which one, Jason? Which one are we talking about? Looks awesome. Where's the range? Should have bought more. Don't know what you're talking about, but that's all right. Will XRP pump with 60-minute story? I don't know what you're talking about. There's been a 60-minute story. Okay. I wouldn't necessarily think that XRP would pump. So with the 60-minute story, generally there's a bit of like a sell on the news kind of thing. Buy on the rumor, sell on the news. You've got to start thinking about when this is not, it's not necessarily the top signal for crypto or for any asset, but when mainstream media starts talking about your favorite assets, then you've really got to start thinking, am I getting into the peaky territory? Okay, so I don't know what this XRP story is. I don't have time to look it up right now. Can someone link me to it right now? Maybe I'll do that. I can't do it live, research it live on air. Just start, and I've said this for the precious. I've said this for the precious metals industry, for the gold investment industry, and I'll say this for any other asset class. I'll talk about crypto as well. When you start seeing your 60 minutes, but maybe you're even your lower down. 60 minutes isn't really that high up now, but you're lower down, and I'm talking in Australia. I'm talking about a current affair, today, tonight. I don't know what the US, the international versions of those are, but it's those shows after the news that are your current affair programs, but they're almost like they're a little bit, they're not as hard hitting as, they're a little bit more light and fluffy. Okay, those kind of programs, when they start talking about gold, the next best thing, why you should be invested in gold. Here we are at the Perth Mint. The Perth Mint's blah blah. Or Bitcoin. Bitcoin's up at $100,000, $200,000. Now's the time to get into Bitcoin. Here we talk with Brian Armstrong from Coinbase. Coinbase is the world's largest blah, 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 blah. You start seeing all those media programs start talking about it. It's time to start thinking about getting out, okay? When every man and his dog are watching those programs and they're getting in, when your shoe shine boy is telling you about crypto, when your hairdresser is telling you about crypto, and you've been in crypto since 2013 and you're just hearing chatter, and maybe you're not part of the conversation, but you're at the hair salon, you're at the barbershop, and you're hearing one guy talk to the hairdresser or the hairdresser talk to the other guy about, yeah, I just bought XRP the other day, right? You got to start thinking, okay? So look, that might be still a good thing. Maybe it's still in the, I don't think we're anywhere near done for crypto. Silver $50 again in 2042. Yeah, potentially. Brad Garlington interview. Okay, thanks for that, Knackers. I will check that out. We have 125 people watching, people. And just before we get into the crypto thing, let me just quickly tell you, of course, about my two brand partners, Perth Bullion Exchange, perthbullion.com.au. If you're an Australian crypto person who's never bought precious metals, at least bookmark perthbullion.com.au. Why? They're Australia's only bullion dealer, gold and silver bullion dealer, to offer you free shipping. No other one will do it in Australia. They've done it in the States for many, many years. You buy over a certain amount, get free shipping. Never happened before until Perth Bullion Exchange stepped up to do that. And their prices are fantastic. Their premiums are great. They have a great range. Ricky from Perth Bullion Exchange is a good mate now, and he's doing a great job there. A great range of silver and gold, the physical stuff, people. You crypto people want to be buying physical in some kind of form at some point. So I highly recommend my Australian crypto people and my Australian gold and silver stackers go over to Perth Bullion Exchange, perthbullion.com.au. And of course, if you're happy to hold precious metals, but not in the physical form, in your hand, in your house, and all that kind of stuff with the safe and all that, you like the extra security of someone else holding it for you, a third party, and I get it. Now, this is interesting. Both my precious metals peeps and my crypto peeps are both, if you don't hold it, you don't own it. That's the two things you guys really have in common. If you don't hold it, you don't own it. But think about some of the form in which you're holding it. Unallocated gold programs are really good, and I've worked for many different companies which have had unallocated gold programs. I know them and trust them because I've been in the back end and I've seen what goes on, right? Wealthstack, wealthstack.com is a phone app. Download it for Android or iPhone. You are buying gold on your phone for spot plus 1%. Okay, spot plus 1%, very cheap to get into gold. Whether you're buying $1 million of gold or $10 of gold, you can save very slowly in gold. with wealthstack.com. You don't have to pay exorbitant premiums like 25, 30% over spot to buy a fraction, like 1 gram of gold, right? Spot plus 1%. It's really good. And this is perfect for, if you don't want to buy it, that's okay. Tell your normie friends, your friends and family who you've been trying to convince to stack precious metals. They're not all going to want to buy a safe and dig a hole in the backyard and all that stuff and get a dog, get a German Shepherd, right? Some people are much more risk adverse than you and me, okay? You shouldn't be storing things in your own home. I don't store things in my own home because of the nature of what I do, and I'm in the public eye a little bit, okay? And I've been a precious metals worker for a long, long time. So I've served thousands of customers in my time. They know my face, right? But I use unallocated gold programs, and Wealthstack is one of them, okay? It's a fully Australian regulated, Australian owned, all that good stuff. And here's an interesting thing for your crypto people. This is the great marriage. Look at this. It is 100% backed one-to-one with real physical metal. And what do you get in return? You don't just get an email saying, oh, yep, we've got your money and now you have $1,000 worth of gold in our thing. You'll get that email too, and you'll get a receipt of purchase. What else do you get, crypto people? You get a gold-backed token as well, a blockchain-based token, which is your immutable claim of receipt as well. So if you go to wealthstack.com, it's just the best of both worlds in my humble opinion. Wealthstack.com. Go over there, go to the bottom left-hand side, click on the frequently asked questions page. It goes through what the WSG token is. Again, it's backed one-to-one with real physical metal, okay? And for my precious metals people, just think of it as an extra, an extra receipt of claim, okay? And that's great, an extra security. For my crypto people, you'll be able to trade that eventually, the WSG token as well. So, best of both worlds, wealthstack.com. All right, people, we have 147 people watching. Let's talk about it. Let's start with, we'll do Bitcoin analysis, but we will start with TOSHI. Are you ready? I'm going to go over to here. I'll start this over here. Give me 1 second. I'm going to go here, I think is the best way to do it. Give me 1 moment. I'm going to start with this, share the screen with it on. I think that's the best way to do it. Is that the market cap? That's the price. Cool. Ready? Good. Here we go, people. Let's talk about a cat named TOSHI. This is TOSHI meme coin on base chain. Okay, we'll quickly talk about what base chain is, what TOSHI is, and then we'll do a quick bit of technical analysis. I'm going to be using this exchange here. This is Dex Screener. I'll also be taking a look at an on-chain one as well. So this is the decentralized version. I'll take a look at the centralized version. I think it's on MEXC at the moment, or is it on Gate.io? One of the two. We'll take a look at both charts, and I'll be giving you my personal take profit price target. So what is TOSHI? TOSHI is a meme coin. As you know, meme coins are very big at the moment in the crypto world. And TOSHI, let's do a bit of, let's go to TOSHI first. Okay, this is TOSHIThecat.com. Okay, it is built on Base right here. What is Base? Base is the network created by Coinbase. Okay, who is Coinbase run by? Coinbase is run by Brian Armstrong. Brian Armstrong has cats. One of his cats is named TOSHI. So some bright spark, very smart person, back when Base Chain first started, which was just, was it earlier this year or late last year? I think it was last year, because I got into Base Chain very, very early. Pretty sure it was last year. Some bright spark went, I'm going to create the very first meme coin on Base Chain, okay? And they went, geez, what am I going to do? Well, it's got to tie it somehow to the owner of, the CEO of Coinbase. He's a couple of cats, dog memes, cat memes are very popular. He has a couple of cats. One of them's named TOSHI after Satoshi Nakamoto. Toshi became the first meme coin on base chain. And as you crypto people know, and you precious metals people may not, base chain is now one of the larger ones now. It only introduced not that long ago. Of course, you've got Ethereum network, you've got Solana network, very popular. Base chain is getting very popular as well. Had a bit of a rise, the base chain, then had a bit of a lapse recently, and then it's just coming back. A lot of people are trading on base chain. A lot of new meme coins, a lot of new coins are coming out, tokens. And Toshi was the first, and it claims to be, and I would still agree, it's the face of base. So go over to ToshiTheCat.com, built on base. This is your Toshi little guy right here. They also have NFTs. Actually, still have one or two of those NFTs actually. Right here, official links and etc. So it has a very large community. So if you're watching this, I posted this. You might be watching this from the Telegram communities on Toshi right now. So welcome to my Toshi bag holders. I've been a bag holder of Toshi since basically it first came out. I went through all that other stuff that Toshi went through with the token swaps and all that stuff. They did like 2 swaps. I went through both of those. I still have my bag of Toshi. Okay, and I'm very bullish on it. So the community is very, very large. Okay. Token locker, liquidity locker, multi-sender launch pad as well, the token launcher as well, Toshi Mart. Okay, Toshi Mart is the one-click social launch and trading platform. So they recently brought out Toshi Mart. Okay, what they needed to do, and very smart as the devs here, what they did is, in order for Toshi to get on larger exchanges, things like Binance, and for example, Toshi needed to have some kind of utility. And so what they did is they created Toshi Mart, okay? One-click social launch and trading platform, and the premier meme coin launchpad on base. So anyone, you, me, anyone who wants to launch a meme coin on the internet through crypto can do it through Toshi Mart. That would be on base chain, okay? Few clicks of a button, add your liquidity, all that stuff, and you've created your own meme coin. Okay, it's pretty cool. Maybe the Good Morning Stackers, maybe we should do that. Now, how to buy it? Now, I want to quickly go through some of the exchanges that it is on, and then we'll take a look at the price action. I'll give you my take profit targets, but I really want to show you this. Now, for my non-crypto people who are watching, let's talk about a couple of exchanges. Now, crypto people watching this will understand what I'm saying when I say the following. MEXC and Gate.io are kind of like yeah, of course, it's going to list it. All right. So it's good to see Toshi listed on some centralized exchanges is a good thing. Okay. First off, MEXC and Gate.io, they pretty much list almost anything that is not a scam. But that's your first, it's kind of like your first layer of credibility. When you get on MEXC or Gate.io as a crypto, people at least go, oh, cool. It's been vetted. It's not a scam. Now, Toshi, no win. It's an excellent meme coin in my humble opinion. I still have a fat bag of it. Okay. But when you see it on Gate.io and MEXC, you go, okay, it's on Gate.io and MEXC. It's nothing really special. Okay. It's good to see, but Toshi's past that first level. Then you've got something like KuCoin. Okay. KuCoin's another very well-known exchange. I would call that the next level up in its credibility. Okay, so it's definitely, Toshi's formed a huge credibility in the centralized exchange. Okay, Gate.io, MEXC, KuCoin as well. You've got to cross your T's and dot your I's more, even more for KuCoin. That's good. Where is it also on? It is also on Bybit. That's a good news. That's good. That's a good news. That's good news too for Toshi. Okay, now it's on futures at the moment. It's not doing spot at the moment, but it's great to see it on Bybit. And of course, you can trade futures on Gate.io and MEXC. Rabbit, I haven't heard of, all right, but that doesn't mean anything. It's also on the regular, Uniswap, all that sort of stuff. It's also on Coinbase Wallet. It's on Coinbase Wallet. Why would it be on Coinbase Wallet? Because Brian Armstrong, the CEO of Coinbase, that's the name of his pet, Toshi. All right, so it's on Coinbase Wallet. I am not saying it will go on Coinbase, but a lot of people believe it will. Let's use our logic for a second. And again, I'll get to the price action. I'll talk about my price targets for Toshi in just a couple of minutes. Hit the big red subscribe button to stay updated. Let's use our logic. Okay, clearly, so base chain, right? Base chain, built on base. Base chain obviously started with by Brian Armstrong. Brian Armstrong said, I want to have a network like Solana network, like Ethereum network. Let's start our own network. We'll call it Base Chain. Okay, so he started it, and he's going to know about all the big players, all the big cryptos that are on Base Chain. Toshi was the first meme coin on Base Chain, named after his cat. Brian Armstrong clearly knows about Toshi. I haven't done my research, and my Toshi people right now, post a comment below. Has Brian ever mentioned Toshi as a crypto? Maybe he's mentioned his cat. Has he ever mentioned that on X at all? I don't think he probably would have, because it'd be a bit of a conflict of interest. But it's very obvious he knows Toshi. Obviously, it's the first meme coin on Base Chain. Base Chain is his chain, so he knows about it. Therefore, and it's on Coinbase Wallet. There is a non-zero chance, I don't know what that chance is, what percentage it is, but there's a non-zero chance that Toshi could be listed on Coinbase. If it's already listed on Coinbase, let me know. I don't think it is. I would know about that, surely. I would call that percentage chance. I mean, it's at least 20% chance. I would probably say closer to 30% chance that Toshi, because Coinbase has been listing meme coins just recently. I think they just put Pepe on not too long ago. I have a feeling Toshi, it's a good chance it could be on Coinbase. Eventually, Coinbase, as you know, is the normie exchange where, and I made this joke a couple of days ago, where like just fat-fingered, like meat hand-clubbed people go, I buy Bitcoin now, hit button, right? Meme coins are a big thing. You might see Toshi on there eventually. It's a decent chance. Okay, again, maybe a 20, 30% chance. It's not zero chance. Got it? What's also a chance now that Toshi has launched Toshi Mart. It needed to have some kind of utility for the larger exchanges. What could be happening? I don't know, and I'm not saying it's going to, but what could happen? Binance could happen. Binance is your largest, most well-known crypto exchange, not you press the button and buy like Coinbase, but your, buy orders, sell orders, all that sort of stuff. Binance is the place to be. And that's the ultimate credibility for pretty much for all crypto people. Oh, it's gone on Binance, okay? Some people talk about the Binance curse, where something goes on and then it has a massive crash. That's not necessarily true. It gets on Binance, you're looking very, very good. So I think, first off, Toshi, first meme coin on Base, a lot of credibility, a hugely amazing community. There's like 20,000 or more people in the Telegram channels. There's a couple of different Telegram channels. There's thousands and thousands of people. It's very active. You look at the hashtag or the cash tag on Twitter, it's constantly, just every couple of minutes, there's something to do with Toshi. Okay. It's a very good community. And now let's look at the price. Let's take a look at the price of Toshi. This is Toshi on the monthly time frame, priced in US dollars. Okay. Now we're talking fractions of a cent. Okay, at the moment it is 0.000, so 3031. Okay, this is not the first exchange that it was on. So Toshi had been around for longer, and I think I've got one that I can show you that's a little bit longer. Let me show you the longer one. So this goes back to November of 2023, and I think this is the sushi swap one. This goes back a little bit further. Let me show you the monthly. Yeah, there you go. So this is Toshi on the one that goes back to, November 2023. Oh, fair enough. So it's the same one. Previously, Toshi it had a token swap. Okay. Then they had to swap it out. Do not buy, just so you're aware, do not buy Toshi on Sushi Swap because there is no liquidity. This is just a historical chart that I look at. And this was actually, I was buying Toshi on Sushi Swap, I think, before it went to Uniswap. So we'll take a look at this one, I guess. This is where I got in out of interest. Not all the way down here. It was around about here, like your 00018 to 00025 is my average buy. Okay, so I've still got it, and I'm in profit at the moment. Okay, you are moving up nicely. I'll take a look at the relative strength index as well. Okay, so down the bottom here on the weekly time frame. Again, this is the Sushi Swap. Ignore that. Well, I'll go back to the other one. I'll send you on to, we'll have a look at a centralized one as well, but this is kind of the biggest one. Right here, we're above key resistance, a key resistance being right here at 00023. We're back above there. It is a change of market structure. Okay, we had that move back above and we've found it as support so far. So far so good. And also it is creeping up on the relative strength index on the weekly time frame. We're not over a tiny little hurdle. There's a little hurdle we need to get over, but a rising tide raises all ships. So I'm positive for TOSHI. If everything else is going up, which I think it will, right about there, you can see we just need to creep above there. I don't see any reason why we won't creep above here on the relative strength index. I don't see any major reason why we wouldn't creep above the 0004 on the fiat dollar price right there. It's pretty much on its way. Nothing's guaranteed. Crypto could crash from here. But let's take a look at the next major hurdles that we need to get over in order to say that new all-time highs would be coming. Actually, what I'll normally do, let me go over to this one. That's the gold to silver ratio. Let me find TOSHI on my other one right here. Again, if you're watching for the first time, you're watching Good Morning Stackers, and we're taking a look at TOSHI, the face of base, the cat coin on base chain. And I have a big fat stack of it, and I'm very confident in it in the longer run in this crypto cycle. This goes all the way back to February. Okay, November back here. This is pretty good. This is the CoinX one. So I don't have, oh, hang on, give me one sec. TOSHI on, give me a second, people. TOSHI, Poloniex, oh, it's on Poloniex now. Everything's on Poloniex. It's on KuCoin. Give me 1 second. And it's on CoinX. Let me see which one has the best historical. Okay, that's August. Whoa. Oh, that's August. TOSHI the cat. So Poloniex was actually the first one to do it. That goes back to August. Give me 1 second, people. Love your work. Yeah, that's just been listed on KuCoin. So no, you don't use that one. No, that's not good enough. That's the MEXC one. Interestingly, what you need to think about, just out of interest for crypto people, you've got to think about chart resets as well. I would suggest that if, when, ever TOSHI gets listed on Binance, that can be such a major exchange that you can almost have what's called a chart reset, where just every man and his dog is mainly using Binance. So they almost treat it like they don't look at the historical charts, okay? But we won't use that. I think we can either use, all right, let's go with, look, no, I won't do that because the liquidity probably isn't all that good. I'm going to go back to my one here. Thanks for your patience, people. We'll go back to CoinX, okay? No, sorry. Sorry, dudes. I'm so fucking annoying right now. My apologies. I am going to use this one. Okay. We're going to use the Poloniex one because it's got the most historical chart, okay? Same thing. It is trending up on the relative strength index, so I'll say the same thing right here. We just need to creep above there. Don't see any reason why we won't. You start creeping above there and we're just moving up into extremely overvalued, which I think we will do. We are over that level, so that's looking good for a pump. Let's do some quick Fibonacci. Do we see any levels of confluence? Probably can't take that and that, but let's just see if it fits anywhere. Oh, yep, that's not bad. Okay, the power of Fibonacci. Okay, so I've taken it from, this is really interesting. So because Poloniex has the most historical chart, it seems like, I'm going to take it from the old high of quadruple 5 and the low is probably just a big spike. Gee, what do you know? Look at that. Let me do that. Cool. Do we notice any confluence with Fibonacci levels? Why? Yes, we do. Okay, so you've got, now that's previous all-time high, so that's an obvious area. Okay. If you have been watching the Poloniex exchange, you would have seen the high of almost 001, okay? Almost 001, and then the low of, again, quadruple 05. That happened to line up with, the previous all-time high on the Poloniex exchange, the exchange with the most historical numbers, okay? The biggest historical chart. Do we notice any confluence with Fibonacci levels? Yes, we do. We've got major areas of resistance right here at the 6.854. And so I would say this is pretty valid. What do you know? You've got major support here as well. And that's at the 1.618 fib extension from the old high and the old low. So yes, Fibonacci does work for Toshi on the Poloniex exchange. Let's talk about my getting interested lines. I'm already interested. We'll talk about my getting excited lines and my final hurdles. Then we'll take my take profit targets as well. So I'm very bullish on this. We just need to, I would say, let's see, give me 1 second. From the high and from the old new high and the low, what's that? That's the 786. No. Okay. I'm going to say, all right, here's my, we're already over the getting interested line. Okay. So the getting interested line for me would have been there. Okay. So I'm going to pop it in anyway. My getting interested line, if I had been watching this back then, I'm going to pop that in. I won't even put the things in. Getting interested. So now I'm going to call this line in the sand. So now it's not getting interested because we're already over it. So line in sand, you don't want to see Toshi close anywhere below there. And actually, I'd probably say, no, anywhere below there. Very bad news for Toshi. Okay, that would say it's going into a bear market below this level of $0.0009. Cool? Cool. That's the line in the sand you do not want to cross to the downside. My getting excited line is actually technically, we're already above it, I think. Getting excited? No, I'm going to say getting excited is here. So we're just above my getting excited line. So I'm excited again, once again, for Toshi. Getting excited. Okay. And my final hurdle for new all-time highs coming. Okay. So this isn't my final hurdle for the peak of Toshi. This is just my final hurdle, which I need to see it cross over and hold over, preferably on a monthly time frame, in order for me to say new all-time highs coming. Okay, and that's at the this level right here between this high and this low. It's right here because I think this Fibonacci is still valid. Okay, that's at the 0006 line. Final hurdle, new all-time highs. Okay, you start crossing over and closing above there. You've got to be aware of fake outs, right? This can always do this. It can fake you out and hit here and then just start going back down. Okay, once you start crossing above, closing preferably weeks would be nice. Days are good, weeks are better, months are even better than that. You start doing that, then I'm saying, oh man, new all-time high is probably coming. Okay, always got to watch out for the double top, but it's very likely a new all-time high coming. So where are my take profit targets? My take profit targets might be a little bit different to yours, depending on where you got in, but we'll look at the major levels. I will call, give me a sec, I'm looking at this for me. Okay, so I was down in around about here-ish. For me, that's a 240% move. So I got in around about here, and that's about halfway. Let's call it about 0002 is when I got in. It's my average buy-in price for Toshi. Gee, I wish I had have gotten in down here. Okay, that would have been lovely. I did have some here, and then I think I sold out, and then I bought back in higher. We all make mistakes. But for me, if we get up to there, that's a 190% move. What do we say? You should be selling half on double. Will I sell half on double to recoup my initial investment and then just free ride the rest? Maybe. Do I always follow my own advice? Not necessarily. But for me, that's a 190%, call it a 200% gain. Okay, I could sell quarter at the final hurdle. So that's going to be my personal take profit one. Will I stick to it? Well, hopefully. So I'll put that there. That is my TP1, take profit one for me personally. It's a big hurdle though, so it might be a take profit area for you, whether it's take profit one or take profit two. Maybe you've already taken major profits because you bought all the way back down here, and good on you if you've been in Toshi since that long, my Toshi family. But for me, a take profit area is at 0006. Okay, 0.006. is a take profit one, and it also happens to be the final hurdle that we need to cross to see new all-time highs. I'd be very confident on that. Who the hell am I? I'm just some guy, okay? You follow what you do, okay? But take profit one, okay? That is for me. Now, for example, you may have been in Toshi way earlier. Let's just say, for some reason, you got in around about here at the getting interest, the line in sand line. You saw it creep above, you saw it back down, and then you saw the major support here, and you got in here. Well, at the take profit 1 area, that's the opposite direction. That's approximately a 550% move. You should be taking profits now. If you are 550% up, for example, and you have not taken any profits, don't be a dickhead. Take profits, okay? ATP, always take profits. Do I need to listen to myself more often? Yes, of course. So I probably will be taking some profits at my TP1, okay? That is TP1, and let's talk about new all-time highs. I'm going to go back to the other one because we're going to talk about market cap, okay? I am very confident that we will see at least a $1 billion market cap for TOSHI. That is the market cap. That is the sushi swap one. Let me go back to here. That's the one I want. I've already had this marked out. Once again, if you've just joined us, we are talking about TOSHI, the meme coin, the face of base. Okay, yes, there are other larger meme coins on base at the moment. Brett, for example, that overtook TOSHI for a while, but TOSHI's the face of base, mate. This is the market cap chart right here. I'll go to the monthly time frame. Market cap. Okay, excuse me, right there. So your big major meme coins, your kind of average to call a meme coin made it, to say that a meme coin has made it, you want to have at least a market cap of anywhere between, and it's a big range of anywhere between 1 billion to roughly 5 billion. That's the range where you go, man, that meme coin really made it. Okay, hey, under $1 billion, still doing really well, okay? And you've got the big meme coins, which are, multiple billions, more than 5 billion. But in that 1 to 5 billion range is this meme coin definitely made it. I think in this crypto run, if we continue on the way, to get to $1 billion, let's take a look. What percentage is that from here, okay? From here, you're talking about a 600% move. In crypto, and this is the monthly time frame, okay, that it's not that large of a move in crypto. Again, if you're what precious metals people go, oh my God, a 600% move. If gold did 600% in, 6 to 9 months, that's ridiculous, right? What's happening to the world where gold goes up 600% in that time? In crypto, 600% is 15 minutes sometimes, okay? Much more volatile. And let's take a look at the traditional end of the crypto cycle. I'll pop it in here. This is the market cap. So we're talking, if the cycle plays out like it normally does, we're talking somewhere between October to December of next year, of 2025, where the top end of the crypto cycle should be in. It might happen before, but let's give it that room. Okay, let's say it does go all the way, and I really don't know. It could be March. Okay, let's give it, screw it, I'll do this. Let's put it in at March, April in March. Let's do it there. Let's do April. Okay, that's the end of March, April. Cool. So let's say this is the window of the crypto bull cycle where it tops out at. Is it unreasonable to say that TOSHI cannot get there in that time? Let me do that. Is it unreasonable to say that? So from here to here in that time frame by March, look at these candles. There is nothing. Look at that candle. That's a huge candle. You can easily pump 600% from now until March, very easily in crypto. Okay, so a 1 billion market cap, a 600% move from here by March, for example, and I'm not telling you that's the time frame it's going to happen and all that, but that's dead easy. A 1 billion market cap for TOSHI meme coin, easy. Okay, very simple. Would it be unreasonable to say that we could get in, definitely in here somewhere? Is it unreasonable to say that we could get to for example, a $5 billion market cap by the end of the traditional end of the crypto cycle again? So October to December, roughly 2025. Look at that angle of ascension, okay? For example, that's a trend angle. Let's do that. That is a, what's the angle? That's a trend line, dude. What are you doing, Joe? Is that the angle? Oh, there you go. No, there it is. The angle is, that's a 50%. Look at that angle. That's easy. Okay. I wouldn't say easy. I'm going to say that's at the higher end, but is a reasonable target. Okay. It's not unreasonable. Let me put it this way. It is not unreasonable to say that Toshi could hit a $5 billion market cap between now and the end of the crypto cycle, if the end of the crypto cycle is happening at your more traditional area of October to December. That's not a steep angle to get to 5 billion. So from here, I'm not saying this is happening, people, but that's a 3,600% move from now until then. Now, a few of you are going to say the following, and I've had a few people say this on Twitter, and some people are not understanding it, so let me explain. Some people go and they've written, there's no chance that X coin, let's just say Toshi, there's no chance Toshi can get to a $5 billion market cap. At a $5 billion market cap, that's the market cap of blah, blah, blah right now. And I go, yes, that's the market cap of blah, blah, blah coin right now. But what's the market cap of, call it Ethereum, or call it some other well-known thing that's in the top 10, the top 20? Well, that would, 5 billion Toshi market cap would put it in the top 20. You're like, yeah, based on right now. But if every man and his dog, a rising tide raises all ships. Okay, in a crypto bull run, Bitcoin's market cap's going up. Ethereum's, every coin's market cap is going up because new money is flowing in. So that means everything's going up. So yes, of course, Toshi can easily get to a $5 billion market cap if everything else is going up at the same time. If you were saying, well, everything else is going to stay the same and Toshi is the only crypto that's going to rise and outperform every other coin, then I say, no, you're an idiot. Okay? Toshi can get to a 5 billion market cap. It's not unreasonable from here if everything else goes through the mania phase, which at this stage, it's looking like it might possibly do. So that is my next take profit target. Okay, so let's take a look at what my next major take profit target. Okay, is, let's go back to the price. So I did talk about right here that 0.0006. Okay, that's my take profit one. When we get into, and I think we will, get to new all-time highs, let's talk about what's $1 billion market cap in terms of the price. Well, here it is. I drew it in much earlier. It's 0022. That's at a billion. I did the calculation. It's 00226 something. You could comfortably call it 002. So that'll be a little bit less than a billion. That's very doable for Toshi. Also, take into account what people do is they front run. Front run means psychologically people go, well, if everyone thinks it's going to go to a billion, I'm going to sell at 980 million market cap, or I'm going to sell at 0.0019, okay, to beat everyone first. And then some other people go, well, I'm going to sell at 950 market cap, which is a little bit less, okay? There comes a natural point where everyone's sort of an average there. So might you get to a billion? Maybe not. Maybe you'll see some front running and it tops out a little bit below. But around your 1 billion market cap for Toshi is so doable at the moment. And again, it's only a 600% move from here. In crypto, that is bugger all in the mania phase of a crypto bull run. Cool. So that is my next take profit. So I'm going to pop it in here. That's right here. Does it line up? I'd be interested to know if it lines up with any Fibonacci levels. If it doesn't, no big deal. So that's the next major profit taking area. Okay. And I'll see if there's anything below there. So I'm going to put it at around about there-ish. Close enough? Cool. I'm going to get rid of the Fibonacci for the moment. Let me get rid of that because that's just getting a bit annoying. Fib, go away. All right. Here is my major profit-taking area. I'm going to just do that anywhere up to, that's a big gap. So I'll do there. Take profit 2. TP2. There might be one in between, but I'll do TP2 at 0.002. Call it there. and I'll call this probably major profit taking at the $1 billion market cap. Major profit 1B MC for market cap. Okay, so major profit taking at 1 billion market cap, which is at about 0.002 for TOSHI. That is very easily doable from here. Again, it's around about a 600% move from current prices to there. That's nothing, okay? I'm not going to give higher targets from there because I think the $1 billion market cap wise would be a significant area. But that, and it's a big range, but somewhere between that 1 to 5 billion, so you've got a big range to go. After that would be the topping out area. Probably no higher than 5 billion market cap. I guess we could figure out what that is in terms of... Let's figure it out really quickly. Do we want to do that? What did I say? I said it was 3,600% move. My apologies. So 3,600% move from here. Let's find out what the 1 billion would be. The 5 billion would be. 5 bill. Let's go from there. 3,600. Call it 35. Close enough for jazz. Oh, there you go. It's at your 0.1. Okay. It's your 1 cent mark. There you go. I could have just worked that out. Your 1 cent mark is your $5 billion market cap. Okay, right there. That is 1%. 1 cent mark. Okay. Top end major profit taking. Okay. Profit taking, call it 1 cent. 0.01. Okay. That is 1 cent, people. That's profit taking, which is a 5 BN market cap. Cool? Cool. That is your major profit-taking area. There's a big gap in between there, but I would say anywhere between here and here, that's your major profit-taking area right there. Now, when I say major profit-taking area, what do I mean? You don't sell out of all your bags. You never sell out of all your bags. You might be taking a little bit of profit here, maybe recouping your initial investment. As it gets up here, you'd get out a little bit more. You might want to get out a decent amount. You've got to watch the cycle. What's everyone talking about? Is every man and dog in crypto? Where are you in the peak of the cycle? Because you might not get to here. You might get into the middle of here, and then you realize, oh, now we're at the peak, okay? But that would be definitely the major profit-taking area. You probably keep, I'd say, 20% of your bag, see where it goes from here. And then if you get to the top end at 5 billion, I'd be pretty much all out. I'd probably keep 5%, maybe 1% just to be safe, in case it goes absolutely hog wild. But by between 0.002 and 1 cent, the major profits would be taken, I would imagine. That is TOSHI. That's pretty much it. I'm in TOSHI. Are you in TOSHI? We're just going to see it get over that point right there, but it's looking very positive again because crypto in general, I think, is going up. Rising tide raises all ships. And TOSHI is the face of Base, the first meme coin on Base chain. Yes, we have Brett to contend with. Brett is one of the largest, it's the largest meme coin on Base at the moment. But surely Brian Armstrong, and I'll come back here, and then we'll get finally into our comments on TOSHI. Post a comment below. By the way, I have 300 people watching. I think, and this is my final thoughts on TOSHI. I have it. I've held it for a long time. And I love it as a community, a great community. They're great to chat with. They're lovely people too. You don't find a lot of shitty, people in the TOSHI community. They're very positive about it, all right? It's not those terrible communities that we've all been in, okay? There's not a lot of infighting and all that sort of stuff. They're a great community. So happy to be in it. And if any meme coin is going to get on Coinbase, apart from Brett, now Brett I could see on Coinbase because it's the largest meme coin on Base chain. So obviously I could see Brett getting listed on Coinbase for the normies, okay? But if any other meme coin is going to get listed on Coinbase, it's going to be TOSHI, the name of Brian Armstrong's cat. The contrarian view to that, the only contrarian view to that is, would Brian Armstrong, and we're doing mind reading, which is not a thing, but would Brian Armstrong go, it's a bit of a conflict of interest. Would I be seen as you put your own meme coin on there? I don't think so, but you're just going to take that as a possibility. Hit the like button for me right now, please, everyone watching, because it helps me with the algorithm to get trending and to build up the show. So that is Toshi. I am in it. I'll still be in it. And those are my take profit targets. What you can do is you can go back after this and you can hit the, you can screenshot it for those take profit targets. I'll also be keeping you updated on Toshi as well. So that is Toshi. Let's take a quick look at Bitcoin price analysis, which we always do every single weekday here at Good Morning Stackers. And after Bitcoin price analysis, we'll do some larger Toshi's on Coinbase. Toshi's on Coinbase wallet. Yes, it is. And then we'll do some final comments. So let's quickly look at Bitcoin. We've got to do it because we're in the crypto cycle at the moment. And then we'll get your final comments. Then we'll get out of here, people. Join me on x.com/Joe in general. That's me right there. I've got a lot of people watching right now. I am going out live on X. 2008, I've just had a whole bunch of new followers as of while I am live right here. Nearly 300 people watching me talking about Toshi. I've talked about precious metals, and I am talking about Toshi 134. What the hell? Market cap. Sorry, and yeah, follow me on that. So let's do Bitcoin analysis. Where am I? That's where I am. That's Toshi Bitcoin. We'll use the Bitstamp exchange. It's the one I like to use. Priced in US dollars, 100,000. We're back above, people. 100,573 US dollars. Bitstamp exchange weekly time frame. The weekly time frame. It is looking good, I think. The weekly time frame is starting to tick up. You can see right here very clearly on the relative strength index, we're nearly above that previous resistance, so it's looking good so far. Here's the couple of hurdles. This is the daily time frame. What had we been talking about? We've been talking about this uptrend line on the relative strength index on the daily time frame. And it just started a couple of last week, a few days ago. It started testing this level. I said, while we're above this level, things are still cool. If you start ticking over and you break back below here on the relative strength index, this trend line, that's the 10, 15%, 20, 25% retrace that you would see. That would take you back into the sort of the mid 80s to the mid 70s. You wouldn't want to see, as I've been saying, Bitcoin go any lower than about 75,000, 74,000 US dollars. That's a change of market structure. That would be saying bear market probably. Okay, but what did we do? We've been skirting and flirting with it right here on the relative strength index, and we came right up and touched it, and then we've ticked up so far. So far, so good. I think, like most people, I'm positive for Bitcoin in still the sort of 6-ish to 9 months-ish kind of area, anywhere between sort of March and the end of the fourth quarter of next year, so October to December. We just need to contend with it. And this is why I've been saying the Bitstamp exchange. It's one of the oldest exchanges. A lot of big whales would be looking at the best, the biggest, most historical charts. One of the most historical charts is the Bitstamp exchange right here. That's why I think a lot of people follow it as their sort of guiding light. Okay, for Bitcoin, what have we done? We have found resistance. Bang on again. Where at? Gee, this bottom end of this trend channel. What's this trend channel, I hear you ask? Crypto people, this is the trend channel. Goes all the way back to 2000 and first formed in 2013. Well, technically, technically formed in 2020, because it's actually going through. Oh, actually, no, it's not. It's going through this level. No, it is technically. It's going through these levels here, and then I put the wick down in March of 2020. We all know what happened in March of 2020. For me personally, some people might have this drawn a little bit differently. For me personally, this is the right bottom end of the trend channel for me. Some people probably have it raised up a little bit. For example, I can see where a lot of people would do it about there. Okay, and I can see that, and I'll make the case for that for a second. Let me just get in. You're going to see my shiny forehead. You would see that, for example, potentially because that lines up with, but see, I like that. I like it from the spike. Why? I like it better. It lines up with this resistance level right here. Where did we find resistance? Just recently. We found recent resistance. This was a failed move to hold above. No, I'm so correct on this. Sorry, I am correct on this. It's from the spike. You know why? Because this was support. We had a spike above back into the normal trend channel. It found support at G. What do you know there? Though I am correct on that. Sorry, I'm a bit up myself here, so I shouldn't be. But I think I'm correct on that. Okay, a spike below, a spike, but it failed. It held above, and then what did we do? We found it became resistance once again. So resistance here, and we found G. What do you know? We found resistance bang on the weekly time frame right there. So this is the hurdle you need to close over. So I'm positive for Bitcoin. We just need to close over this uptrend line whenever that is. You close a week at or above, preferably above this trend line. It is go time for Bitcoin, continued go time. Okay, it's great to see it. It is just flirting with it at the moment. You start doing this. Where's my brush tool, mofos? Right here. You start doing this, and then you start doing something like that, and that is respecting support. That takes off. Then you are, ladies and gentlemen, back in the normal trend channel for Bitcoin. That is very positive to be back in there. As long as we remain above there, then we're talking those higher prices. Okay, we're talking your 150, your 200,000 or more for this cycle if the cycle plays out as it normally does. Okay, and if I were to draw it in, I do have it here. My vertical line. There you go. That's the end of the normal cycle, October to December. I'll just put that in silence. That is not out of the realm of possibility. Your $250,000, your $300,000 Bitcoin, if the normal cycle plays out. If it plays out maybe to March, which some people March, April, then there's a steeper incline there. Okay, but there's still that rate of ascension. It's still pretty good, right? You're still talking your $200,000, your $300,000 Bitcoin for the end of this cycle is really doable. Okay, let me pop that off. Okay, this is on the monthly time frame. What do you notice? We are already back in extremely overvalued, and you spend a lot of time in extremely overvalued on the monthly time frame. I used to believe, and someone, I've forgotten who it was, but I got corrected very smartly, and I don't remember, it was probably a conglomeration of people were saying, and I do agree, a lot of people, once it gets into extremely overvalued, people say, oh, yeah, it's getting toppy now. You want to start thinking of getting out. And they rightly said, no. When you start, it's only when you start getting into extremely overvalued on the relative strength index, that's when the real fireworks happen. Okay, so we're back in the extremely overvalued area of the RSI on the monthly time frame for Bitcoin, which pretty much is the big macro one. Okay, it's looking very good, and you can get up to these kind of areas before we see some kind of cycle top. Okay, you've got a lot of room to move. Okay, let's take a look at Bitcoin on the quarterly time frame, just out of interest, because I've got a lot of new watches. Okay, you got a lot of room to move. Here's the relative strength index on the quarterly time frame, and I'll do a quick bit of this. May line up there. Okay, that might be a trend line to watch out for. I don't know, but you've got some decent room to move, and your 200 to 300,000 Bitcoin by the end of this cycle. Possibly higher. I don't know. You may have a higher target, but that's really reasonable. Okay. So Bitcoin needs to just break and hold above. I know that's a bit of vertigo. Bitcoin, it's looking good, but Bitcoin needs to break and hold above this trend line. I don't know what that price is. You can call it around about your $103,000 level and holding support at around about $103,000, $104,000. You start cracking above into, say, 105,000 plus, 106, 107. That's well above this purple trend line right here. As long as you remain above and we don't fake out like we did back here, as long as you don't fake out above there, what will probably tend to happen is you'll probably have a break, and then you'll have a retest of support. So what you would want to see, again, is that break, and then at some point you'll have a retest. As long as that holds and doesn't do what it did last time and break back below, if that holds and does that, absolute great guns for Bitcoin. That's your Bitcoin analysis. Watch out for a break of here. That would signal lower prices coming. So what would signal lower prices coming? I'll go to the weekly time frame. through there and there. So watch that. I'll just extend that out. Watch that as a support level. Okay. As long as you're above here, wherever that is, you're doing okay. A move down, just so you know, on the contrarian side of things, if you believe that Bitcoin is due for a little bit of a dip, you would not want to see it dip anywhere, preferably below that $100,000 mark, although we just did it on the weekly time frame. So that's the signal that higher prices are probably coming in the next week and for December. It's looking pretty positive at this stage. Anything can happen. Crypto can crash from here. Get it? Got it? Good. Let's go through a whole bunch of comments. Hit the big red subscribe button to join the GMS family. My name is Joe Main. I have been stacking crypto since 2013. I've been stacking precious metals, gold and silver since 2010. A quick one more. If you're just joining us, you're one of 330 people watching at the moment. This is a record amount of people watching my live show. If you've only ever been in crypto, here's a bit of a word of advice for you lovely, wonderful crypto people who I have a huge amount of respect for, because I've been in crypto since 2013. Take your crypto winnings, put a portion of it into precious metals. Follow me for all the precious metals, gold, silver related stuff. I've been a stacker of precious metals since 2010. I've worked in the retail gold and silver industry over 3 major bullion dealers since 2013. So if you want tips and tricks about how to stack precious metals, the right coins, do I buy bars or coins? What's the deal with precious metals for all you crypto people? If you want to know all that information, stick with this show and stick with me and stick with my GMS family. Half of this channel, or probably more than half of this channel, is gold and silver related people, and probably a lot of people are coming from the crypto area at the moment. And you two groups of people, you think you guys are mortal enemies. You are not. You are firm friends, okay? Crypto people and precious metals people have a hell of a lot in common, okay? That's why this is Good Morning Stackers. Silver, Satoshis, and stacking skills as well. Let's go to our comments, and then we'll eventually get out of here, people. If you have any questions or anything, I don't have a time for a chart request today, but we will do some comments. Let's see. Pete Repeat has to go. See you, Pete. I know it's been over that time, over the 1 hour mark. Jason Ashworth. Joe, what's your thoughts on the Hawk Tour Girl coin pump and dump? I think she probably got played. That's what I think, potentially. She got played. She had some smart marketing people around. Look, it could be just, I haven't checked the price of Hawk. What's it been doing? Give me 1 sec. Did it get listed on like MEXC or something? Hawk Tour. What are we at? That's 25 1.6. All right, that's going to be the one. Give me a second. I'm just going to share the screen. What's Hawk Tour doing? Hawk Tour. Oh, yuck. That's the market cap. This is the price. Oh, that's not good. That's the weekly. That's the daily. Oh, yuck. And that's the logarithmic chart. Oh, yuck, that sucks. This is Hawk Tour. What's that been doing? What's my thoughts on it? Pump and dump, man. There was some sort of explanation as to where the 96% of allocation was or something, but I think she probably got a little bit played. I'd imagine she got a little bit played on that. Some dev or someone took advantage of her in some way and made off like a bandit. I could be completely wrong on that, by the way. That's just kind of par for course with these things. Is there a bottom forming? Maybe. I'm not going to talk about Hawk Tour. That's pretty much it for that. So that's all I have to say about that. Let's see. Silver Fox, what does one do? Toshi, Silver Fox says, what does one do with a Toshi meme coin? The same thing that one does with almost any other crypto. You buy it and you hold it. Some things, can we stake? Hey, for my Toshi people, if anyone Toshi people, can we stake Toshi yet? Any Toshi people watching, can we stake Toshi? I don't quite know. By the way, is the chat function working? Or do I just have 330 people watching and no one chatting? There's a few people chatting, but I would imagine I'd have a few more people chatting other than that. Again, hit the like button, help me up with the algorithm. But what does one do with a Toshi meme? You hold it and you enjoy the community, and you hold it until you think it's at a right price for you to get out of it. And then you buy sweet, sweet silver with it. That's probably what you do, Silver Fox. Yes, sell it to another bag holder. Says Two Wheel Pursuits. Welcome to the channel. I have not seen you on the channel before. Thank you very much for joining us. For what? Just cause. Toshi is on Coinbase, but I say it's only on Coinbase Wallet. Yes, it is. XRP. Oh, come on. 2 wheel pursuits. Okay, fair enough. XRP to $19.57. That's very specific. 2 wheel pursuits. This is the funny thing, man. This is the funny thing. A year ago, I probably would have said $20. No. But as I recently did an XRP analysis, XRP to $10 now is so doable in this crypto run. XRP to $19.57? Yeah, possibly. It sounds ridiculous, but it's quite possible. Very informative, Joe. Got to run. Yeah, see you later. Mark, Steady Rockcoin. Great to see you on the show. Thanks. With a Toshi PFP. That's one of the Toshi NFTs, which I think I have. I have one of those too. So, by Toshi. Yes, if you're going to get into meme coins, if you're going to get into base chain, Toshi's got to be one on your list. All the stackers are lost with the crypto talk. That's okay. You guys can stay, you guys can stick around, or you guys can not talk. No, because usually what happens is Pete Repeat and Mark Florida, they stick around for about the first hour. Normally I don't do more than an hour of the show, but a lot of people are watching at the moment. We're getting to the final comments, and then we will get out of here. Yes, it has been very quiet in the chat, so I'll just quickly check that. Is that because everyone's enthralled? This is interesting. So I don't have... No, I've been buffering. So it says I don't have many people watching. This is weird. So it says, oh, I know why. Because I've got a lot of people watching on Twitter. That's probably why. All right, my people, that is the show. I think that is the show, my wonderful people. Please hit the big red subscribe button to join the GMS family on YouTube and follow me on x.com/Joe in general. You will get crypto of the day. We'll always talk about gold and silver. Precious metals as well. We are marrying the two worlds because we are stackers in general. It is Monday the 9th of December here in Australia. We are in the future here in Australia. You will get another show tomorrow morning. And of course, if you're new to the show, you're a new watcher, what we do is we dance it out in the end because, ladies and gentlemen, this has been...
Good morning, Stack. Oh yeah, we're feeling fine.
Oh yeah.
Podcast time.
Grab it.
Grab a tasty beverage. Let's get in the groove.
Let's do the synchronized slurp in 3, 2, 1. Woo! Thanks for watching, people. I love your work. Stay safe. Stay informed. Keep stacking. I'll see you all tomorrow morning. Have a good one.